Israel is quite literally reshaping the entire Middle East as we speak.
When Iran is finally free, and that moment will come a lot sooner than people think, everything will be different. Our two ancient peoples, the Jewish people and the Persian people, will finally be at peace. Iran will thrive as never before.
Israel right now is acting just like United States and the Allies acted during World War II when they went to take out Nazis in Germany.
We have a shattered world around us, and we must help to rebuild it. We must strive for a sane and just peace, which will save us all and our children from the constant fear of war.
There is an evil that exists in the Middle East, and Israel is the one that is taking care of this issue, not just for themselves, but for every other person in the region.
I want to address you, the people of Iran. I want to do so directly, without filters, without middlemen. Every day, you see a regime that subjugates you make fiery speeches about defending Lebanon, defending Gaza. Yet every day, that regime plunges our region deeper into darkness and deeper into war.
Israel is sick and tired of living in the backyard of terrible, evil players. It has made a conscious decision that if it has to live there, which it does because that's God's chosen land for the Jewish people, it has no choice. They can't go to Uganda, they can't go to Africa, they can't go back to Poland, as I'm sure many of you have screamed from the rooftops that you would like them to do. They gotta stay there. So Israel has taken upon itself to clean up its backyard.
Every day, their puppets are eliminated. Ask Muhammad Def. Ask Nasrallah. There is nowhere in the Middle East Israel cannot reach. There's nowhere we will not go to protect our people and protect our country.
This is a big, bold statement the Prime Minister is making. What he's essentially saying, let me help you read between the lines, okay? He's saying enough of the terror, enough of the proxies. We are done allowing you to do whatever it is that you wanted. And I'm so proud of Israel because finally, for the first time in a long time, they've cast public opinion to the side. They're saying that this is our backyard and we're going to make sure that it is safe for our children to play in our own backyard.
The vast majority of Iranians know their regime doesn't care a whit about them. If it did care, if it cared about you, it would stop wasting billions of dollars on futile wars across the Middle East. It would start improving your lives. Imagine if all the vast money the regime wasted on nuclear weapons and foreign wars were invested in your children's education and improving your health care, in building your nation's infrastructure, water, sewage, all the other things that you need. Imagine that.
Israel's leaders care more about the well-being of the people in Iran than the Iranian leaders. Why? Because Israel is a country that values life. Israel is a country that values prosperity. Israel's modus operandi is not built on destruction of another country like Iran. The leaders of Iran, all they want to do is destroy Israel, destroy the other countries, create chaos in the world, take down the West. When you're always focused on destruction, you cannot focus on construction. And that's what Israel is all about. That's why they were able to start a nation almost out of thin air. And what they're trying to do and what they're going to do is they're going to bring that innovation to the Middle East. And every single country in the Middle East eventually, and I think it's going to be sooner than we think, is going to thank Israel for freeing them from these tyrants that have had a hold of them for so long.
The people of Iran should know Israel stands with you. May we together know a future of prosperity and peace.
That sentence really sums it up. If you really want to know, let's remove the geopolitical conception of this whole thing. If you really want to know what's going on here, this is a whole spiritual war that's going on. Really, the world is preparing for a time when the Messiah, in Hebrew, the Mashiach, will come. The Jewish people have believed that for 3,300 years, the Mashiach is coming. And according to all major opinions, according to all major rabbis, we are literally in the footsteps of that time right now, right here. What is one of the main benefits of the time of Mashiach is peace. And imagine what could be a greater peace than the two biggest sworn enemies in the world right now, which is Israel and Iran, actually having peace. And for the first time, at least in my life, I'm watching this unfold in front of my eyes, and I'm able to see how this will actually play out. If Israel continues on this path and it removes the evil players that have had a stronghold on Iran this entire time, and they remove that nasty regime, what will happen is the great people of Iran and the Jewish people will finally have peace and harmony and bring us one step closer to that messianic time where there's going to be peace in the world. It says at that time that people will take their weapons and they're going to put them into the ground, and there's not going to be any more war anymore. There's not going to be any more famine, any more hunger, any more war, and there's going to be abundance in the entire world. And that's exactly what the prime minister is saying. By the way, he's not a religious man, the prime minister, but he is the head of the Jewish nation. So naturally, God is working through him. So we should merit to see that time very, very quickly. The Iranian people, you will soon be free. I hope that the prime minister's words will come true very, very shortly. God bless. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, please leave me a comment, please subscribe. And if you liked this video, you're going to love the one that's coming up next.